Hey class, this is Julian. Really enjoyed working with you guys. I know many of you are teachers, and the lesson plan information and other areas of technology use are really fascinating and impressed of all that you guys use. One thing I was going to go through was something that we use in undergraduate admissions. As you know, we're looking for students, and we're looking for different types of students, and certainly want to get them to our university. A lot of competition out there, and so one resource I was going to show is called College Board Search. And as you'll see at the very top, you can search for students. You can plan travel so that you can kind of look at a certain geo market and see which visits can you fit into one area, which schools will be closest by each other, so you could fit the most into a day and make the most bang for your buck when you're traveling to a certain area to visit schools. Over here, competitive analysis. Let's say you wanted to look at your school versus a couple other schools and some of the students that you may be getting and they're getting. Summary report and then data upload and analysis. For today, I was going to look at researching high schools in the area and getting down here. I'm going to start a new search for that to kind of create a filter for exactly what I want. I'm going to keep it kind of general for the area and just cover the state of Alabama. But as you can see, you can get into GeoMarket and go by county, zip code, and so forth and get really specific. For this, I'm going to keep it a little bit general. So I'll continue here. And then I want to get into information on enrollment. And in here, you can kind of get into school type. So that's kind of interesting to me. Is it a public school, private school, parochial, charter school, so forth? And then after that, you can also look at the size of the city. So you can click on that too. So let's click on those three, and then we'll continue. We'll look at the large and medium. Let's just take a look at all of them. Then you click continue, and we want to look at, for high school type, we want to look at public, private Catholic, private other religiously affiliated, private not religiously affiliated, and then maybe charter schools. Then you'll click continue there. Then for this, for enrollment, I want to include all students. So I'm not going to change this. You can range it for the number of students in these two areas, but I'm going to keep it at include all students. Click next step. Then I want to stick with last year's class, kind of get a gauge that and get a look at what 2017 looked like. I'm curious about that. Let's include if they're male or female and grade point average. Then you'll click continue. Let's see if that clicked. It did. And I want to include both male and female. And you want to include all students that may range from A's through C's. So we'll get that range. And you go to the next step. And then you can actually add columns. So let's say I want to add in, you want to include, you've already built the filter. These are just the columns that you want to see in it. So I want to see 12th grade enrollment, and I'm going to add that to the column. But I'm also curious on a whole, as a whole high school, how many. So for that reason, I'm going to include 9th through 12th total enrollment. And I'll add that to the column. Let's check out and just kind of see what other areas we can add in. As you scroll down, you can see high school information. So I'm interested in seeing what cities those are in. I want that on my report. So I'm going to add that column. All right, let's look again and see if there's anything else we want to add in as far as maybe high school information, street address, GeoMarket, maybe GeoMarket. Just kind of see what kind of area, and then add that column to the report. Then maybe one more column. What if I want to contact them while I'm on my way? Just as a reminder, maybe to have like any kind of information. Let's see, high school telephone number. There we go. So I'll add that column in. So now, as you'll see, when we pull it up, we'll have all this information. and this new information we added. And at that point, I will click Create Report. So it's going to take just a few minutes. It'll come up in a minute. It'll start loading. You'll see the thing spooling. And you can certainly name this title right in here if you want to later. But I'm going to let it load, and there it is. So starting, with A through Z. So A.H. Parker High School is the first one written on there, and you'll kind of see the address city is Birmingham. You'll see at the 12th grade enrollment, they have 218 seniors. 9th to 12th grade, they've got 898 students. And it goes all the way down. So you can search that way to kind of give yourself an idea of what you're working with. Now let's say we want to print it out and take it with you. Just if you need a hard copy, you can actually go up here and download that. And let's see if that will pull up in just a minute. What it'll do, in case it doesn't pull up, here it goes. So you can open it, and you'll have Excel, and you'll open it, and you'll get this information over here, and then this will be some other things. I'll just line that out so you can see everything, and it's got all that, the enrollment, 9th and 12th grade enrollment written on there, the high school address, the geographic origin, and the high school telephone number you'll see there. And then over here also those test takers and the total that took those from those specific schools. Kind of get an idea of who's getting college prepared and how to gauge that by some of the schools that we visit. So anyway, it's like I said, it's been a helpful tool. I'm just starting to use this a little bit more as I plan in my visits to campus. So hope this gives you a little bit of insight in some of the resources that we use in undergraduate admissions. And thanks for your time. Have a good day.